They said gray paved the way, changed the rain, released the pain. Least you sane, getting paid, trend setting, brighter days, doper rap, tighter sets, high and deadly. I'm a fighter jet.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you now. Listening to it before I go and I get all crazy with it. Y'all already know who it is. The OG Boricua Dorada, aka Chef the God, aka anything anti-Muffins Martinez, aka Let's Get It Poppin'. Listen. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to introduce this guy who's doing some kind of wusa or Tai Chi or something. I don't know what he's doing. Hey, Beans, talk to me, my brother.
All right, man. We got so much going on this week. And like I said last time, a lot of nothing. But we do have some cool things going on around our brand. We want everybody to sit here and make sure that you follow us on Twitter, on Instagram. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. We do respond to comments. You can email us. We'll throw the email up later. Let's have a good show.
You know what, Muffins, before you go in, right, I want to talk to them because MLW has a fatal four-way with 4 ladies, right? We're all excited. Now, the crazy part is, there's 3 of us here, 4 women. Mathematically, you would think that one of us would pick one of the people that someone else likes. Nope, not the way we do things here. Obviously, without even knowing it, we got to kind of hate on each other and always pick something different. So, Muffin started with his Sheena lady. She's going to dominate. Matter of fact, talk to us about her before anything else.
First of all, this wasn't my fault this time. You were the first one that put a prediction of who you say you were going to win. Then Mr. Beans proceeded with, no, well, this is my pick. And then, of course, I came in last. I said, nope, both of you guys are wrong. I wrote my whole thing in Spanish, so she will understand me, where I'm coming from. And the winner of the 4-way. And before I say that, who are the 4 ladies? Is La Hiedra, Lady Shani, and I couldn't remember the other 2 ladies.
I think her last name is Dorada. It's like Reina Dorada.
Yeah, Reina Dorada.
And
one more.
What's your girl's name?
Mine is Lady Shani.
Yeah, and you said his girl?
I don't remember who he picked.
La Hiedra.
There you go.
La Hiedra. Yeah, but there's still one missing.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's like Flame or something like that. I know it's Flame in Spanish or something like that.
All right. Lady Flammer. Lady Flammer.
There you go.
Flammer, yeah. So basically, I gave my 27 cents and I voted for Lady Shani. And the reason why I picked her is because she's the longest reigning AAA Reina de Reinas there in Mexico at one time, because now it's Taya. But she's been there the longest. She has the more experience out of all the other 3 ladies that are there. I mean, so why wouldn't I go with experience over everything else? So Lady Shani, all the way to win this match. Now, is the match against Taya happening the same night, or hopefully in the future, or same night?
It's going to happen the same night. Yeah, so whoever wins is at a disadvantage, right? Because what ends up happening is they've got to go through the 3 other women. They've got to make it. You know, maybe they're strategized to sort of lay low, let the other ones fight out. But at the end of the night, they've got to pin somebody, and then they have to turn around later and go and fight Taya.
Yeah, so I was hoping that maybe they would have saved this to the Philly show in October. Bring those Mexican ladies up here to Philly, and finally, I mean, it took this long to get Lady Shani to come to the States. I was shocked when Impact didn't even use her when the Impact had a chance to do the stuff in Mexico, and they never used her. So, this is our first taste of Lady Shani here in the States with the other 3 ladies, and Lady Shani is like one of those Japanese girls that you always want to see, like Io Shirai or somebody like that, name-wise, and they finally come to the States, and you're like, oh, crap, they finally brought her in. So
Now,
all four ladies are beautiful. They know they're talented. They're out there busting their ass. But I know one lady's only been wrestling for 2 years. So I mean, experience is definitely against her. I think that's your girl. But
yeah.
It is. It is.
we all
Yeah.
pick
She
from
is
what we
young.
know, and then yeah.
Yeah, she is young. She lacks in experience. She makes up for in size, and let me that's a compliment. She is a taller, thicker girl, so she can use her weight to her advantage. It also could be a disadvantage, right? Because having to carry around her weight at her height against four thinner, more nimble, athletic women, yeah, it could work to her disadvantage. But if she makes it past the first match and goes into the match with Taya, she's gonna need that weight because Taya is not a small woman and she hits hard. So hopefully she can absorb some of those hits. The other thing is about La Hiedra is that she knows Lady Flammer fairly well. In the past, I don't know, 3 months, she's probably tag team partnered either in a 6-person tag or in a fatal 4-way. About 3 or 4, maybe 5 times. She's also went up against Lady Shani a few times, and her team has come out victorious. So I feel that even though she isn't the most seasoned veteran, I feel like giving that size advantage to her, knowing Lady Flammer because it looks like she's a tag team partner with her quite often, and then going against Lady Shani, I think they'll team up fairly quickly, get her out, and then they'll figure it out between themselves. I'm going to give her the size advantage again.
I think that you two are being extremely biased, and my girl's gonna win just because I like her and I think she's cool. I'm not even gonna say no more. I'm not gonna get all cool like you guys know all this stuff, dude.
You don't.
Listen.
First of all, you just said what you said because you don't know anything about her.
I don't watch a lot of it, so I YouTubed a lot of it. I admit it. When do I lie about this? As soon as I seen the Fatal 4-Way, I looked at all 4 girls. I was like, all right, I don't know a lot about them. Let me start doing my homework. So I started YouTubing their matches. I started seeing what they do, seeing a bunch of those 6 people tag matches that he was talking about. So I do like their work. Like I do understand what I'm looking at. But when I started thinking MLW, what are you going to do? Are you going to put the belt on Lady Shani, who has never touched the States yet, according to you? And I'm going off what you said. She's never touched the States, and she's a veteran. At this point, I think it's better putting it on AB's girl, or actually any of the girls except for her, because she is a veteran. I would put it on somebody younger who the belt can grow with.
This is funny. The way you guys picked your representative. Chef picked his girl. Oh, she looks cool. I'm picking her. A Beans looked at the girls and said, "Ooh, I want the thick one. I'm picking her." and me, because I'm a professional, I picked the one that actually is going to win because I know all 4. I'm going with Lady Shani. Not because of her look, not because she looks cool, not because she got cool hair.
When I say she's cool, she's a good wrestler. She's fun to watch.
Because you looked up, oh, this one looks cool, so I'm picking her. And then A.B. must have was eating something and got hungry and said, well, shit, I'm picking the thickest one out of 4. And he went, well, I'm picking this one. And that's how he made it.
All right, so I'm going to reel this back in. I want to say something. Because
you can say the same thing. Well, if Taya's going to face somebody, you have to face somebody that's thick. So that way they can take the punishment because she's thick.
It makes sense. It's called making sense. What? Come on, you're gonna put Taya against like a 98-pound woman. She's just gonna throw her around.
I'm putting Taya against the professional wrestler, no matter how weigh, how she looks, how cool she looks or not. That's why Lady Shani experience over thickness and coolness every time.
They've beaten her. They've beaten her before.
Are you offended because I didn't know who they were, but I did my homework to see who they were, and I liked her the best out of all of them?
Me offended? Never offended.
I'm asking because
listen, the way you guys are picking stuff. You picking
AB.
because she's cool, or you picking it because she's thick?
Wait, AB never said
I brought some facts.
Yeah, AB didn't say,
shit.
"Oh man, she's a snack. I like how she looks." He didn't say that. He was saying that because of her size, the power game. What he was saying is the power game is she can go through these three other girls because of her power game and then match Taya. That's what I took from the conversation. I didn't see oh man, she got
first of all, we are now matching. We are not no matchonistic pigs here or anything like that. But
I'm not at all.
No, but it's pretty simple. Why AB was hungry one night looking for some popcorn or something in the kitchen, and he just saw the thing pop up, and he's like, "Oh, meat!" And he picked the thickest one out of the four.
I am going to be smoking a brisket on Saturday. I may have said it twice, but one thing I want to say, and I want to point out, because we are all Latin here, of Hispanic of a Latin descent, this month is Latin Heritage Month, right? So we did one thing I want to point out. We did change.
He had that confused look on his face, like, "What month is this again?"
Me and AB
so we did change. We did change
ago.
Who?
Yeah.
AB. We were in the call
because he looked a little confused there for a second. Like, what?
I'm letting him talk.
I do want to say that we did update our logo. Great work there, Chef. Chef is our designer there. But because it is El 16 this coming weekend, I have to say that it would be severely disrespectful, Cordy Court, if you brought 4 women up from Mexico, from AAA, to fight against Taya, and then not one of them win. She's got to win. She's got to win. Not only because it's Latin heritage, but
Taya's Canadian.
Taya having the belt. I think we've already discussed it. It's overdone. She's good. She's done what she could during the break. She's done what she could to hold the belt.
Which is nothing. That's what she's done. Nothing.
Listen,
I just seen her take one pick with 3 belts, and she had the MLW featherweight belt on one hand, and that's the first time I seen that belt since she won that belt.
I will agree with Muffins because like I said, I'm a Taya person, right? Like, it is what it is. But when you're the first ever, I want you to treat that belt like it's important. And if you go through her social media, she's got mad pictures with Impact belts, AAA belts, and the only one that she posted was the and new, the one that MLW made. It was the and new one. It was like a day or two after. And then she never posted an MLW, the featherweight belt, ever again. But there was some kind of video, and I think she added it to her story. So it's not even like a picture that's on her social media. It's like an added story of her walking, and she's holding the MLW belt. It's not around her waist neither. Like, so the first ever should treat this like it's the most special thing ever. Like, hear me out. Someone once told me this, and I was young and I didn't get it. And they were like, would you want to be the 29th, 30th Yankee to have his retired number? Or would you want to be the first ever, just say like Mets, Dodgers, Astros, whatever? And I was like, damn, I would love to be number 1. Number 30 or 40, you're just another number amongst everybody else. But number 1 means you're always going to be remembered as the first ever. Doesn't matter what your franchise is or what your industry or whatever. You're still the first ever. Treat that with some kind of respect. And to me, Ty don't treat that belt with no respect. And that's my one beef with her completely. I have to say
I agree 1,000% with Chef, and we rarely agree on anything. But today's also Roberto Clemente Day.
Yes, sir.
And today in Major League Baseball, the first day ever in history of baseball, a baseball team fielded all 9 positions with Latino players. And that was the Tampa Bay Rays today. All 9 players were Latinos. All 9, from the catcher all the way to the outfielders, all Latino players. First time in the baseball history that a baseball team started all 9 players of Latino
I'm
heritage.
surprised I didn't get an alert. Like, I haven't seen it pop up.
That's crazy, bro. When I saw that earlier today.
That's dope. That is dope.
That's crazy and dope that Tampa did that. First time ever.
And, but once again, now that, and I didn't know that, but
like you said, it goes down in history as no matter how bad the team is or how good, they were the first to do it. And that's prideful. And like you said, Taya definitely has no pride for the belt. It means nothing to her. It just means another belt that I won in a different company. And that's how it looks like to us, the fans. It looks just like that. Well, to us, the fans, she won the belt. But to people like us who are deeper into wrestling, it looks like she doesn't care about the belt.
See, and the thing is, like, all right, I'm only going to use 2 ladies that we've seen a decent amount, before Taya, which is obviously Holly Dead, and I'll say Brittany Blake, because those are the 2 names that you've seen the majority of. Give me 1 second, and we definitely will. The majority of the women that were in MLW. If you put a belt on Brittany Blake, who I don't even think she's won anything on the Indies, that's going to be super special because it's her first ever. Or a girl like Holly Dead, who's popping. Yes, she might have an independent belt here or there, but not like this. So you know what she's going to do? She's going to market the shit out of the belt because it's something special. And you put it on Taya. Yeah, Taya's had belts at different companies, but you still expect it to be more respected. And, I mean, that's that. You know what? Y'all ready to get out of here? Because AB is ducking this kind of shit.
I know Beans was biting his lip, and you didn't mention his girl Willow Nightingale.
I ain't talking about Willow.
Just talk about disrespect. She was on. She was on AEW Dark yesterday, I believe, or Elevation.
Her and everybody else who was there.
Not really, because they don't have enough TV time for anybody.
Listen,
just hanging in the background.
Hey.
So are we done, and then we can go on to the next one? Because you ducked this whole thing about Taya.
Me?
Yes, sir.
What? Nah. I said she was disrespectful to the belt.
Okay.
I mean, we searched, right? We went and we searched for some glimpse of the belt on her hand. I mean, you actually had to go and make your own in order to, for one of our screenshots for our shows. And then finally, once we released the show, it was like the next day she pops out with, her 3 belts, whatever she has, indie belts that she's using. Yeah, it's disrespectful. She should have done a little bit more. I think MLW should have put that in the contract for her to escalate that belt a little bit more. If you're gonna put it on her, have her do something with it, not just have a name on the belt.
Yeah, I agree. Muffins, you ready to get up out of here? We're gonna talk some SB Kento, some rule changes.
Yes, sir.
Hey, before we leave, I do want to say something else, because it is the SE says if one of the AAA women don't win, I want to give a shout out to the true son of Mexico that will be fighting this weekend.
Oh,
everybody know who we're talking about? Triple G, baby. Nobody likes Canelo. Wait, disassociated. Well, I'll take Triple G all day.
Wow,
some money in Vegas.
Wow,
that's enough.
I can't even believe a Mexican win against Canelo. That's shocking.
That's like Mexicans that don't watch lucha.
That's true.
You know what, ladies and gentlemen, before we get out of here, well, no, let's just get up out of here before we get in trouble. For myself, these two nut jobs, we out of here. Deuces.